Now, if you're anything like me, you will absolutely love food. I love all types of food, to be honest, whether it's Italian or Chinese or Indian, absolutely anything. And while on a cruise ship, you can experience a whole palette of foods that take you all the way around the world. But did you know that these days, many celebrity chefs have their own restaurants on board many cruise ships? This week on Planet Cruise Weekly, we're going to look at the best celebrity restaurants at sea. Hello, I'm Keith Maynard and I'm here today to give you a regular dosage of cruise information in our weekly episodic YouTube cruise show, which we call Planet Cruise Weekly. Now, you'll see plenty of chefs on TV and many have won critical acclaim in the dining industry. Many of them also nowadays have roles working in conjunction with many cruise lines as their, if you like, culinary ambassadors. Now, they may be menu consultants, come along to do guest appearances, lead cooking demonstrations, or plan a culinary enrichment program with the lines. And many even then put their name to restaurants that are found on board the ships. So with all this in mind, we thought we'd give you a rundown of some of our favourites. So let's start off with somebody that I'm sure virtually everyone would have heard of, particularly if you do hail from the UK. A celebrity chef who has trained many other celebrity chefs such as Gordon Ramsay and Philip Howard. Yes, of course, I'm talking about the infamous Marco Pierre White. Now, White was the youngest British chef to be awarded 3 Michelin stars, and he operates an amazing 6 restaurants on P&O ships. They include the Mediterranean-inspired White Room on Ventura, the Ocean Grill for seafood on Adonia and Arcadia and Auriana, the French Bistro Cafe on Aurora, and the Italian Cafe Jardin on Oceania. Now, Marco has also designed family-friendly menus at the casual alternative dining spot known as the Beach House. All P&O ships feature Marco Pierre White's dishes on gala evenings in the main dining rooms. And among the best rated dishes at White's restaurants, such as the filet of turbot with citrus fruits, that's shown at the White Room. You also get a classic crayfish cocktail at the Ocean Grill, quail's eggs hollandaise at the Café Bordeaux, and gnocchi sorrentina at Café Jardin. Now, P&O's fine dining restaurants levy a per-person surcharge that varies according to the dining establishment, meal, and the length of cruise. Now, as you can probably understand with the money side of things, that is a fraction of the cost you'd pay if you were to eat at one of Marco Pierre White's restaurants around the rest of the world, particularly in London. So it really is incredible value from some exceptional cuisine. Now, with P&O Cruises, they also have something called Food Heroes on their ships. And this is a link to their food with celebrity chefs, because as well as Marco Pierre White, they also have restaurants like the Wine House by wine specialist Ollie Smith, and they have afternoon tea in the Market Cafe by bakery expert Eric Lanlard. Next up, a chef that many of you may not have actually heard of, although you will have heard of the restaurant, I'm sure, that he's responsible for. So this is an Italian chef and he's called Angelo Auriana. My Italian accent needs a little bit of work. But Angelo grew up in northern Italy and his cooking is heavily influenced by the traditions and culture of that region in Italy. And he's revamped the menu at Sabatini's, Princess's Forfait Italian eatery. Sabatini's items on the menu feature a really great selection of Italian classics, antipasti, pasta dishes that combine old world grains with non-traditional ingredients. And dishes also include marjoram infused pasta with shrimp, clams and artichoke pesto, mint speckled pasta with roasted lamb and broccoli rabe, and rice and beets, and then gorgonzola cheese and pistachios. It literally is inventive, it's fresh, it's delicious, but also steeped in the tradition of Italian cuisine. Next up, the face of the Food Network, a massive TV channel over in the States. And the man we're talking about, of course, is Guy Fieri. He's an Emmy Award-winning TV personality, the host of many cooking shows and game shows. And he lends his name and his meat-making prowess to Carnival for poolside's Guy's Burger Joint on board virtually all their ships actually, and also Guy's Pig and Anchor Barbecue Smokehouse on Carnival, Magic, Vista and Horizon. Now the burger venue is styled like a 1950s roadside diner and specialises in simple 80-20 chuck burgers with greased out flavourful toppings. And literally, even someone like me, I'm not a massive fan of burgers, I love Guy Fieri's burgers. So the other great thing about these burgers is the sauces and toppings, and you need to indulge in these. My particular favourite is donkey sauce. I know it sounds wrong, but it actually tastes so good. It's like a jacked up kind of secret mayonnaise sauce. You also get kind of spicy onion rings, there's chili super melty cheese, and brown sugar barbecue sauce, which is delicious. Now all the burgers come with seasoned fries, and the best thing about this is that the toppings is all kind of buffet style, so you can choose to have more or less of whatever you want. Meanwhile, Fieri's bare to the bone counter-service barbecue eatery features smoked menu items like beef, pork butt, chicken and sides, coleslaw, macaroni and cheese and baked beans. Basically, the real comfort in comfort food. So to top all these off is that both venues are free and included in the price of the cruise. I will repeat that again. They are free and included in the price of the cruise. Big thumbs up to Carnival. Next up, a chef who, again, I think everyone knows in the UK, probably the most well-known TV personality chef. He has an MBE, he's one of the most famous British chefs across the entire world, and he was formerly nicknamed the Naked Chef. And he also joined Royal Caribbean for the launch of its Quantum class ships. Yes, of course, it's Jamie Oliver. Now on land across the UK, he's got numerous restaurants called Jamie's Italian, and they're very, very popular. And it's these restaurants that he's brought on board with Royal Caribbean, and the ingredients on the ship are exactly the same as the ones you'll find around the UK. Now in Jamie's Italian, they have family-style rustic Italian dishes. There are cured meats, Italian cheeses and pickles, which are served on planks for appetizers. And then you get pastas and risottos. Now one of our favourite is the wild mushroom and smoked mozzarella risotto, and the very, very simple back to basics lasagna. Now lunch at the restaurant is approximately $15, dinner's around $25. Again, a fraction of what you would pay if you were dining landside. Next up, we're going to be talking about Hawaiian fusion style, which isn't a form of Kung Fu. We are talking about cooking and about a particular celebrity chef called Roy Yamaguchi. Now he is a chef and restaurateur that released his first at-sea concept with MSC Cruises in late 2017 with the launch of the MSC Seaside, which is an award-winning ship that if you haven't been on yet, you really should try. Now this particular venue is an Asian market kitchen which comprises of three very different but also complementary spaces. There's an a la carte setting for Pan-Asian food and sauces. There's a teppanyaki style room featuring Pan-Asian flavours, and also a classic sushi counter. Now this Asian marketplace is inspired by Yamaguchi's many international influences. He has Japanese heritage and has received culinary schooling in the French tradition and flavours from Thailand, Vietnam and Southeast Asia and beyond. Now, the sushi bar offers about 5 to 6 rolls to start with sashimi and raw bar options. I say to try the pickled burdock root, sprouted daikon radish seeds, shrimp tempura, spicy tuna and Japanese fish, or the caterpillar roll with the unagi katsu, which pretty much is half the menu, so just try anything, you'll love it. Then of course there's the teppanyaki grill, which offers traditional hibachi style meals in addition to some fusion options. Now the big boy, which has his name, as in Roy Yamaguchi, on it, is the Asian Fusion, which serves a variety of 35 different dishes, including melt-in-the-mouth lobster, fried rice made with Chinese sausage, steamed pork, shrimp and crab dumplings. Delicious. There are also 8 desserts on the menu, including Roy's famous 30-year-old recipe of chocolate souffle cake. Now next up, a French celebrity chef called Arnaud Lallement, who paired up with Disney in 2010. Chances are you may not have heard of him if you haven't cruised with Disney, and even if you did, you wouldn't necessarily know of his influence. But actually he's got a 3-star Michelin rated restaurant called Le Set Champenois, which is outside Reims in France. And he has helped to design a French inspired menu for Remy, the restaurant on Disney Cruises. And it's an adult only restaurant named after the star of the animated film Ratatouille, which I absolutely loved. Now, this is quite nice because it actually goes to show that a Disney cruise isn't just for kids. It's an adult-only restaurant and it's designed by a fantastic chef. Now you can find Remy on Disney Dream and Disney Fantasy. And in creating this experience, he teamed up with Scott Hunnell, another award-winning chef from Walt Disney World's Victoria and Albert's restaurant. Now meals consist of a wonderful tasting menu with up to 9 different small plates, which is the way I like to eat. I like to try a little bit of everything. There's smoked buffalo, wild mushroom bread pudding, wild turbot. And that's just a small selection of some of what you can taste. And best of all, of course, the desserts, which are simple and elegant. Beautiful pastries with praline cream and the wild strawberry sorbet, which was absolutely delicious. Now, okay, this restaurant experience does cost a little bit more than others. It's around $95 per person, but it simply is mwah. Next up, we're going back to Princess Cruises to look at the work of Chef Norman Love. Now, he served as an executive pastry chef at the Ritz-Carlton for 13 years before leaving to open up what is now considered to be the best, or one of the best, top chocolate shops in the US. And he essentially creates desserts and sweets and chocolate, but makes it into a real art form. And then in 2014, Love joined forces with Princess Cruises to offer passengers Norman Love chocolate journeys. Now, I've tasted some of Norman's chocolates and they are absolutely delicious. Now, Norman Love's chocolate influence can be seen all across Princess's culinary offerings. You can try different things actually in the menus in the main restaurants. There's the chocolate tiramisu with mascarpone cream and espresso gelato, milk chocolate and peanut butter bars with honey roasted peanuts. Then you've also got things like fun chocolate themed activities like chocolate massages in the spa or wine tastings with chocolate pairings. Desserts are free at the buffet and main dining room or in the specialty restaurants as part of the cover charge. You can also buy the chocolates either to eat on board or to take home as a gift for your friends or your loved ones, or just for yourself if you want to treat you. Signature chocolate starts at around $13.25 for a 5-piece box, though of course prices are open to change. And a chocolate and wine pairing offered on select days is around about $25. And finally, the last chef that we're going to look at on today's Planet Cruise Weekly episode was born in France. One of my favourites, a gentleman called Jacques Pepin. Now, he served as the personal chef to several heads of state in France before relocating to the US. He's authored over 25 different cookbooks. He's hosted multiple cooking shows on public television. He holds the title of Oceania Cruises Master Chef and Executive Culinary Director. Now, although Pepin's influence can be found throughout the Oceania fleet, his touch is most obvious in the namesake restaurant, Jacques, on board Marina and also Riviera. And the menu boasts rich French dishes like duck foie gras, steamed lobster and caviar salad, and duck l'orange. Now, I'm always a massive fan of Oceania generally for food. I think they offer probably one of the best culinary offerings, full stop. And Pepin has 3 signature dishes that are always available in the grand dining room at dinner. This is a steak frit featuring a New York strip steak with hand-cut French fries, poulet rôti, which is a fancy name for herb-crusted chicken with gravy and mashed potatoes. And rounding off the offerings, the supreme de salmon au court bouillon is basically Norwegian poached salmon with a rice, but delicious. Now, all the meals on board are included in the cruise fare. No additional surcharge is made. And again, an incredible, credible celebrity chef influence. Do you hear that? That's the sound of the oven and the sign that we're near the end of the episode and about to wrap this meal up. See what I did there? Now, we've mentioned a few of our favourite celebrity chef restaurants on some of the cruise lines that we offer at Planet Cruise. But if you'd like to try some of them, or you have already tried some of them, We want you to get involved in the discussion below, because you may agree with us, you may not agree with us. You may think that we've missed out a glaringly obvious celebrity chef that you've loved their work on board a ship. If so, again, get involved in the discussion below. We love to hear from you. We love to hear your opinion, and we've only had time to include 8. We could have included many more. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Keith Maynard. This has been your Planet Cruise Weekly. Stay tuned for more great value video content coming very soon. And in the meantime, keep cruising. Hi everyone, thanks very much for watching the video. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe below, and remember to click the bell to get those notifications turned on. And if you're looking for more fantastic travel content like this, then click on the videos to the right. It will be really informative. Or you can click on the Planet logo to the left and go to our website for some really fantastic deals. Thanks for watching.